tell you goodnight, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell you goodnight, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Either way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you goodnight, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell you goodnight, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Locked In Podcast, your home for personal development tips, sports news, music, and much, much more. We are back on this Wednesday evening with you guys, the first episode after the Locked In Podcast, episode 100. We're here with episode 101. As always, I'm your host for the evening, Steve Ushler, and joining alongside me is the other host of the Locked In Podcast, George Metshai. Actually, George popped out on this one. I think his Wi-Fi connection kicked out. I didn't even notice that, but I guess he will be back in shortly. So, when he gets back in, he can join us as well. No big deal. So episode 101, what we're covering tonight, guys. Sorry for the last minute promotion. This was kind of like a last minute thing that we were going live on Wednesday. We are kind of prepared to go live on Thursday, but wound up going live on Wednesday here. But what we're talking about tonight is personal development, and we are talking about effective grooming habits in order to keep you looking fresh, in order to keep your skin looking clear and clean. I feel like for women, a lot of women, take care of their skin. A lot of women take care of their grooming, but for men, it's a little stereotypical that we are not the best at, and this has always been a thing of, taking care of our grooming habits as much as women have. But, it's a new age, and like the last 10 to 20 years, grooming, the knowledge of grooming habits for men, and the amount of men that take care of themselves now has increased substantially. But it's very important to keep yourself groomed, to keep yourself, upkept. I don't know the word there, but in order to keep yourself looking fresh, in order to keep yourself looking clean, and you know what? When you look fresh and when you look good, ultimately you feel good. So we are going to share some of the hygiene and grooming habits that we have in our routine and that we do regularly. George is here, so yeah, man. What's up, George?
What's up, bro? I'm back.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you cut out there for a second.
I cut out because my phone was kind of dying, so I had to switch from there to come here. So
All right, cool. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, like button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Hit the notification bell to turn notifications on because we release content every week. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Check out all of our pages. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, on Twitter, on Spotify, on Anchor. Almost any platform you can think of, our podcast is on. But guys, check us out on social media. Like I said, episode 101. And we will give a shout out to all the guests that were on last week. But before we do that, I'm going to play the intro, and we'll see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, welcome back. See, a few people have ultimately joined into the podcast, joined into the show since the intro. So welcome in. We'll give our shout outs in a second for last week's episode 100. Now we're here with 101. And I do want to say, George, I was actually just telling them, apologies for like the last minute, podcast setup. We're essentially, planning to go live on Thursday, but because of a circumstantial thing that kind of popped up. Yeah, exactly. A circumstantial matter. We had to go live tonight, so it's a little bit of a rush, and the promotions were a little bit rushed. So I just want to be transparent. I always want to be transparent with you guys. So, for me and George, apologies to you guys, but the show will go on here. Shout outs for last week's episode 100. You guys were awesome. Everybody that commented in, everybody that gave us shout outs behind the scenes. Everybody that joined in and was actually live last week on the camera with us. We had a lot of people. Just want to give you all a shout out. Thank you.
Thank you
honestly, exactly. Honestly, that means it means the world to us. So last week we had multiple people. Correct me if I'm missing anybody, George here.
How many do we have? Like 15? No, we have about maybe 9. Go ahead.
12 or 13, something like that. We had Layla Ozer, who, if you remember, had been on the mental health episode. So shout out to Layla. We had Desiree Ramos. She had been on as well for episode 99. She was on with Devin. Devin Love was on as well. Both of them were on the episode 99 where we talked about infidelity in relationships. Rob LaVenture was on, so shout out to Rob and Bill Plymouth. They were both on the real estate episodes, as well as Rob had been on episode 99 as well. Bill Plymouth had actually been on the ketamine episode as well. So shout out to Bill, shout out to Rob. As you said, Roe, DJ Roe, he had been on an episode back last October with George. He came on last week. That was my first time officially meeting Roe. So shout out to Roe. We also had who else did we have? We had some other people in there.
We had Heath for a little bit. Heath Voorhees. He came in for a little bit, like in the first 30 minutes or something like that. Dipped out after that. It was good. We had him. We had
Marius.
Sorry, Rob. Cool, of course. Did Rich come? No, Rich didn't come, right?
Marius was there. Marius has been on multiple episodes.
Marius is like a quasi member. He's like
Heath had been on multiple episodes. Yeah. So we had a lot of.
We had a good crew. We had definitely a good crowd of people for sure.
Yeah, very large crew. We also had Frank Fuller in the building as well. Frank is an adjunct professor at Holy Family and other universities. But shout out to everybody that came on last week. It was a great episode, and the conversation, just kind of flowed. Tonight, George, I was telling them what we're going to be talking about is on the personal development side. And, women, this can be for men and women, but, mostly men, because I feel men, it's more of a stereotypical thing where men don't really, they're not as prone to their grooming habits as women are. Men tend to, it was kind of always looked at as skincare routines for men were looked at as very feminine. I'd say anywhere from 20 years ago compared to like nowadays. There's nothing wrong with having a skincare routine for men. Even men are even getting manis and pedis nowadays to take care of their nails, like whether it's their hands or their feet. Whereas this was something back in the day that was looked as very, very feminine. And I don't personally think there's anything wrong with any of that. It's cool to take care of your skin. It's cool to take care of your grooming. And when you look on point, you ultimately feel on point. You feel good. So I think that's very important. And I know we've covered grooming in like a sector of some of our, fashion episodes and things like that. But I don't think we've really dedicated a full episode like this to grooming. And I do want to make a disclaimer that we're not going to take up too much of your time because George actually has to head to you have business to handle after this, man. So this will be a rather short episode tonight, but it doesn't really require a lot of time for this. So without further ado, we can hop into it. George, I'll kick us off, man, and I'll kick it over to you. So like I said, the importance of grooming and keeping yourself on point. As a man, it's obviously going to attract, women, number one, but also it's going to make you feel great about yourself. Yeah. Ultimately, there's just so many benefits, having great skin, keeping yourself groomed, keeping yourself looking fresh, getting a haircut. But I will say, one of the biggest things, like I said, is a skincare routine. I think that's like number one, because your skin is skin is considered like the biggest cell in your body, right? It's so important to keep your skin on point, keep your skin nourished, keep your skin moisturized. Having a skincare routine at night or in the morning is very, very important. I personally have one, and I use I'm not sponsored by them by any means, but I will vouch for this company gigantically. Like I will go to the end of the world to vouch for this company because I used to try a lot of products before I used them. And they would just kind of make my skin kind of break out and, kind of give me like a rash. But like I use a company called Tiege Hanley. It's TIEGE HANLEY. So this is specifically for the men out there because this is an uncomplicated. The tagline is literally called uncomplicated skincare for men. They have a variety of different systems. I just use the basic system, to be honest. It's a level one. All it is includes a face wash. It includes a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. Like I said, I'm not a sponsor by any means, but I significantly vouch for this company. They use ingredients like collagen and eucalyptus oil, so your skin doesn't get irritated from it. And there's no middleman with it. It's not sold in stores. It's just direct to consumer. So you can literally order this online. But honestly, they have like eye serums, tons of different things like a hand moisturizer. They have a lot of different products that you can add to your systems. And it's usually a monthly thing, but you can cancel anytime. Also, you can choose the frequency. It doesn't have to be every month. It can be every other month, every 3 months, however much you use it. But it's worked for me. I think it's super simple. But having a skincare routine is paramount. I'd say, one good thing that's good for your skin, and George, I'll kick this one over to you too, is also we tend to take very hot showers, especially when it's cold out. If you're going to take a shower, try to keep the shower to warm level and then maybe work it up to a little bit of cool. When you have really, really hot water in your skin for a long time, it's not good for your skin, right? I think that's fairly obvious. It dries out your skin. And if you are going to take a really hot shower, one of the hacks that you can use is you can use lotion on your body after you get out of the shower, which I feel like a lot of men probably don't do that. But I noticed, I saw this years ago from a guy I follow on YouTube who's huge on like grooming, fashion, everything. But if you are going to take really hot showers, try to use like a body lotion, like after you're done in the shower. But, preferably, I like to personally take like warm to cold showers. But a lot of people I know, probably the majority of people take hot showers. So what are your thoughts on that, George?
Yeah, I think this, same thing, bro. I think most people take hot showers and kind of like sometimes don't realize that water could be a little too hot. If you stay too long because it kind of feels good, it could kind of uh you know completely like prune your hand, your hands, you become like, kind of like wrinkled up, and it can happen to your feet, your toes and all that, and it's not really that good for you. So you keep the level of the water right there. Cold showers do help a little bit, especially in the summer and the spring, but early fall is one thing, but definitely warmer showers and baths just don't stay too long. But also do a scrub. Like one time somebody told me I should do a Korean scrub because it helps your whole body. Like you scrub your body from stuff you might not know are in your skin. But as far as grooming goes, and for men and all that, yeah, definitely take care of your face and use certain products. Because I know guys are there and girls, like I know girls are married to certain guys and all that, and like they'll help their husbands, like try to take care of their skin like that. Because like they might know, but there's things that they might not know that well that the lady knows, his wife knows, so like they'll take care of them. Like you have to wash your face a certain way. And also we'll get to that too. Like by no means not a tutorial. We're not showing you guy thing, guy makeup, guy code, or how to wash your face, but we're gonna show you some techniques. But for example, like when you wash, don't wash down, always wash up, and then you do that, even with some lotion and cream, do it for your face, and then kind of do it upwards more. If you do it downwards, bro, trust me, bro. He said that like you kind of like already wrinkling your face, but now when you get wrinkled, your face goes down. If you don't look young forever, push your shit up, bro. Or like this, you know what I mean? And try to do it like smooth, but also don't rub it too hard, because then you get these little things, they're like bumps in your forehead and all. They look like they're pimples, but they're not. They're annoying more than anything. But I actually went to the skin doctor, took care of one recently. All they did is like poke it. They're like, yeah, I can do it at home. I was like, man, I spent like money on this. I could have done this on my own. They're like, yeah, get a nice little needle, you do it, but you put like a little Q-tip so it doesn't like hurt your skin, and it can go away. It just comes out. Basically, that happens when you scrub your skin too hard. People say it happens a lot of dieting and all that. It's not necessarily true, by the way, because I asked a couple doctors. They'll give me the same thing. They said like, no, I have to ask a couple inputs to get like more than one story, and they'll kind of pretty much do the same thing. It happens again from hot water, from doing this to your skin too much, from fucking with your skin, from rubbing it all too hard. Like don't rub it like extra, like don't exaggerate. Just do it regular, like don't, what I mean? So you might get those things. So to prevent that, of course, when you're a certain age of growing up, you might have some pimples because you drink a lot of soda, whatever the case may be, like the proactive stuff that people were doing back in the day. That kind of it comes with your skin too. Or like again, if you can take care of your skin though, you'll have less of that stuff essentially. And again, by no means we're not doctors, neither you or me, but or know about the skin like that. But like you said, we have experimented with some different products. I actually have a couple. I'll probably bring one and show one real quick, but in a minute or two. But it's very essential that, like you said, bro, you shower right time, bro, and you put a lotion afterwards. Yep, that goes on there. Was it called T?
Shanley.
Shanley. Sounds like it's French, like T Shanley. Yeah. So yeah, man. Because I mean, don't ever be one of those guys that you shower. Oh, I just got the shower. I dried now. I'm cool. It's like, oh, I'm done now. Nah, you gotta put some lotion on your skin, like cream. Wipe your hands. Your body, your face after that. I got something. I'll bring it to the camera in a few minutes. Like I said, it's for your face. It's for men, and I bought it at a local Walgreens. But it was a good price. And I asked about it. I did some research on it. It's pretty good. He's got green tea and all kinds of oils in it.
And guys, winter is coming, so keep those hands moisturized. Guess what? I know their hands and their knuckles are chapped, and they get like their knuckles get really, really hardened, and they start like peeling. It happens a lot when the weather shifts. If your skincare is not on point, you got very, very dry skin. Make sure to keep your skin moisturized. The winter is coming. I heard it's gonna be a really cold winter too. Like I don't mean to be a bearer of bad news here. I'm just saying what I heard.
Yeah.
So
not being a bearer of bad news at all, bro. We're good on time. So hold on a second. Now we got a comment or two. Let's check out some comments real quick.
We got a few. Let's check them out.
If you're wondering if you're getting promotion at work, sometimes because you look sloppy. Yeah.
Your grooming and the way you take care of yourself is a statement to the entire world. Please take the time. It's very, very true. Very, very true.
Both of them are true, yeah.
If you're wondering why you can't get a promotion at work, sometimes it's because you look sloppy. It's right. Yeah, it's a good way to look at it from a career perspective. Yeah, if you don't look on point. Especially if you're at a job where you're in a client-facing role, that's absolutely true because you are essentially the face of the organization. You're the face of the enterprise. You're the face of the company. How you look and how you present yourself is a testament of the organization you work for. So absolutely. And to be honest, if I was a boss and I had my own company, which I plan to, eventually, when I have my own company, I wouldn't want to have people representing my company who look sloppy. So absolutely.
No, you're right. You're right on it, bro.
And we got another one. Yeah, fact. So it says that as a young lady from a young age, As a young lady from a young age, both parents encouraged my presentation as a lady. Men need beard shaping, great fitting suits, and qualified barber. That's very true. And I actually want to say, I want to add on to that. Great point that's awesome that your parents encouraged you from a young age. For the men, great fitting suits, definitely important. But I'll go even to the extent of everyday wear. It doesn't just have to be suits. You can have a t-shirt that fits nice. You can just have, shorts that fit you well. Just having an on-point outfit, like regular clothes that fit you. It doesn't even have to be named brand. Now, I learned this at a very young age, is that it's not about the brand name that's on the clothes. It's about how they fit. You can buy a shirt from Walmart and take it to your tailor and get it tailored and still look like $1 million. And it doesn't have to go be a Nike shirt or Ralph Lauren polo. Now, don't get me wrong. I like wearing some designer things sometimes, but it's not. I don't always wear designer things. So it's not always important about who the brand is. If you like that stuff, cool. But if you don't have the budget for it and you just want to look on point, take it to a tailor. You can get something tailored for $10. $5. You know what I mean? Go take it to your tailor and get it tailored, or just do some shopping in person and go in the fitting rooms and see what fits you well. For men, sometimes we like shirts that hug our arms tightly and nicely. Like I actually just have a Nike shirt on right now, and it's just kind of hugging my bicep and my tricep kind of nicely. But when you have clothes that just fit you well, it's important. And the beard shaping, absolutely. I feel like we'll get to the manscaping stuff and the grooming. I feel like a lot of men need improvement in this area, but this is an area that men are starting to really improve on. So,
true that.
A lot of people just weren't taught. A lot of people just weren't taught. To be honest, I wasn't growing up.
Me neither.
These are things I had to learn myself. But YouTube is a hell of a tool.
And TikTok.
Team burning hot water. I feel like the majority of the people here, like I said, don't shoot the messenger on this one. I feel like a lot of people take hot showers. To be honest, I was someone who always took hot showers. My brother would kill me to say, but my brother takes hot showers all the time. Men that are struggling with dating need to hire a stylist. It is imperative to hire a decent photographer for the dating profile. I think hiring a stylist, it can go a long way, but I'd also say check out the free resources. It's cool to give people a business, but check out the free resources. You have YouTube at your fingertips, and there are a hell of a lot of great channels out there. I will give you two right now. Alex Costa. For men out there, check out Alex Costa, ALEX, Alex Costa, COSTA. Great. And also check out Teaching, like it's spelled, Teaching Men's Fashion. That's all. Just put it in one, no spaces in between. Teaching Men's Fashion. That is a hell of a channel. Jose Zuniga runs that channel. He's got about 6 million subscribers.
Yeah,
he's been teaching people for 10 years. Like, honestly. Two great channels right there for men out there that are looking to improve their grooming, improve their fashion. I'm telling you, take advantage of the free resources, guys. They are out there, and these guys are beneficial.
Definitely, man. And you actually know a lot of good influencers, and that's actually some good ones right there you just mentioned.
That's important. I'm
getting fresh and fit guys. Even those guys give some great tips for everything. Not as dating, obviously, but
I mean, Fresh and Fit, Myron and Fresh Prince CEO, they both use T. Shanley too. But I've been knowing about T. Shanley for about 4 or 5 years.
Good one. I'm definitely gonna have to grab some
another page. I'm giving you guys gems here, so
some good gems. You're definitely dropping gems here, dog.
I'm giving you some free gems that I use. So this is literally free knowledge, guys. Take advantage. You can also go to Alpha M. This is a very old school channel. The guy who runs that page is called Aaron Marino. He covers a lot of this stuff too. And I will tell you, Aaron is one of the founders of T. Shanley. So that skincare brand, Aaron Marino, he is the person who runs that Alpha M channel. He's been around on YouTube for a long time. He's one of the OGs in this department in personal development on YouTube. Aaron is one of the founders. I think there's 3 founders of T. Shanley. So it's good to know too.
So how long, real quick, bro, about T. Shanley, how long have they been around? Like, as a company, as a product service, supply for menswear or manscaping? Have they been around for a while or?
Yeah, they have. I want to say
they have to be, right? 90s maybe.
No, not that long. No, not that long.
Or after that, you say probably 2000s / early 2010s maybe.
Yeah. I was about to say about 5 years. It's been 6 years. 2016 they came around. So fairly recent. Yeah, fairly recent.
Fairly new. Oh,
I was put onto them in about 2017, 2018. So I was actually a fairly early adopter of T. Shanley. And then Joe comments in, it's Joe Roman, my boy Joe out there. He said your skin is constantly attacked every day with free radicals. Vitamin C and E is how I protect my skin. Both of those are
Good
very
one.
important. It goes without saying, vitamin C is very important as well as vitamin E for your skin. And you're absolutely right. Your skin is attacked every day. It's the first layer of defense when you go outside. All your organs are inside your body. Your skin is the biggest cell in your body, and it's also on the outside. So what's gonna get attacked first? Your skin. Very important there. Someone to address those comments, but skin, your hair, and this is one that's not talked about enough too. Guys, clip your nails. I can't tell you. I'll be out, for like a business meeting with some other dude, or just in general, catch up with someone, and I don't know, you don't always notice it right away, but sometimes you notice someone's nails. Their nails are like super long and unkept. I can only imagine if a female is out on a date with that person, you know what I mean, and their nails are super freaking long,
right? Yeah. Yo,
it
I got
doesn't take much, guys.
That could tell you a lot about how you got, people are more like on the inside, like even females, they've dropped gems to me, like told me that like
guys,
if she has dirty nails or she's kind of like her hands look dirty, she's probably a dirty woman. The same thing for a guy. If his nails can't keep them clean, bro, and he's got a very like stainful shirt full of stains, that means that person's a little dirty. Like the other day, we seen a guy riding a bike somewhere by Kensington, bro. Dirtiest clothes, but a nice ass bike. He stole that bike. When I told it to my friends, he said, yeah, George, he stole it. He stole that bike.
maybe.
Are you all, full, shirt full of stains, dirty as shoes, but you had a nice little bike? If you didn't borrow it, you stole it, son.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying, man, if you look like that, bro, you're not gonna really be looking. People are not gonna look at you no kind of way. So you can never give a job if you look that bummy.
Fact of the matter, when it comes to your nails, guys, clip your nails once a week at the least, once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Try to keep up with them. Keep your fingernails and your feet, your toenails clipped up, guys, and keep them trimmed. Especially your fingernails. So I would say both, but maybe in the winter you're not going to see your feet as much. But I'll tell you what, them senoritas out there. Guess what? If you're gonna get in the sack with one of them, they're gonna see your feet. They're gonna see your feet. So other people might not see your feet, but guess what? Your feet are eventually gonna get seen. So try to keep up on them. Trim your toenails and trim your fingernails. This is stuff that I feel like our dads probably didn't teach us out there, but I feel like that's very simple. It's very basic, but a lot of times that's something that gets forgotten. Another thing is hair. When it's not just manscaping, but guys,
shave up and
try to get to your barber. As often
important.
I'm someone who goes, and you don't need to go as often as I do. But if you don't, I would say investing in a high quality razor where you can shape yourself up. I go every 2 weeks to the barber, but even in between, I still use a razor and I use a trimmer to like trim up my facial hair, where I trim up my beard. I trim down the beard and then I shape it myself along the sides. You guys can buy.
I shape myself as well.
You can buy a straight razor. Be very careful because they're super, super sharp. So if you don't know what you're doing, look at a YouTube tutorial on how to use one because they are super sharp and you can really cut yourself and hurt yourself. Also, you could use one of those little manual razors where they have like the little blades, like the little Gillette, and buy one that has like a shaper, like a little there's a thing on the outside of it. It's like a little line, and you tilt the blade inward, and you can shape up your beard. I forget what that's called. It's like a shape tool that's on the edge of it. You got to buy what they're usually on quality razors that comes with it. But trim up. This is another one, guys. Trim up your neckline. I feel like that happens a lot of times when a guy.
Neckline is definitely a tricky one right here.
I don't have a long beard right now. I only have a little scruff. I don't have like a long beard, but you can still do it even with a long beard. You can still just find out where your neckline is and make sure to shape up that neckline because I don't think anybody really likes a neck beard, and it gets very itchy and very irritated. Another thing you can use, guys, if you have a beard. There are a lot of good products out there. You can use a good beard wash. There are beard butters, beard balms, beard oils that you can use to keep your beard hydrated. I feel like that's another important one. There's a lot of good ones out there. Just, do your homework, do your research. George, we could talk about this one for days. Fragrances. I feel like a lot of men don't use them as much. Like a lot of people, you'd be surprised. You can ask people You'd be like, "Yo, what colognes do you have in your collection?" The guy would be like, "Cologne." Like they like you'd be surprised how many men do not own even one bottle of cologne. Like they don't own one fragrance.
That's crazy, right?
It is, and it's a game changer when you smell good. I try to wear cologne even if I'm going somewhere small, but I won't wear overpowering colognes if I'm not going out for something that's like a big event. Even during the day, you can wear like a daytime fragrance. Do your homework on this one too, guys. There are a lot of channels out there. A good one, Jeremy Fragrance on YouTube. He's great for that, for the cologne side of it. Jeremy Fragrance. Search him up on YouTube. Another gem.
That's a good one too. Yeah, for sure.
Another gem. There's a lot of summer fragrances. There are there's winter, dark fragrances, night fragrances, day fragrances. Do your homework. I would say have a good day and night fragrance. Some of them are really cost effective. They don't cost you any more than $20. But just having some solid fragrances in your repertoire, in your stack, is important. It's a game changer too, because guess what? If a lot of other guys aren't wearing cologne and you are, it's going to make you stand out. So some guys are more. So it says some guys are more faithful to their barber.
Yeah,
that girl. You know what? Us guys, we don't like to when we find a really good barber. We don't like to quote unquote cheat on our barber.
We definitely don't. Let's go on codes.
I'm one who's guilty. I like to. I've been going to my barber for years, so that's when somebody does some good work, it takes a lot to trust another barber. After that, I recently my barber happened to be away from the shop for he was just having a little girl that was being born, so he was on paternity leave. Well, another barber that was in the shop, I like the work that he does, and he kind of coached him how to cut hair. So I went to him, and you know what, took that leap of faith, and you know what, it turned out great. But it is a lot to trust another barber, because you never know what you're gonna get. And then if you don't look on point, or they could push your hair. If you go to a real cheap barber, they could push your hairline back. You don't know.
Yo, that is the worst thing I've seen, bro. I've seen dudes with fucked up hairlines. Some dudes, with hair missing right here. I've seen barbers go too high up, fuck around, and do like the dude one time trying, do my eyebrows. What are you doing? Yo, chill. I said, I'm cool. He's
Whoa, wait. They touched your eyebrows without you asking?
Yeah, he kind of tried. I was like, I kind of move my head a little bit like this. Like, yo, no,
you don't do that. Like you can't just go for that now without asking.
And then some girls did, but I'd asked them though. And then I used to get my haircut a while back. This is like 2009 at one point. I'll go to these really hot Cambodian chicks. They'll cut my hair, but they're actually pretty sharp. And then this one girl, she'll cut my hair, bro, but she always, I don't know. They always be playing like the back of your head and all that. And then they give you like a shape up. Well, I got it there a couple times. And then one time she asked, "You want your eyebrows?" Like, you can just kind of, just on top. I said, but don't really hit it, too hard. Just a little, right here, because I was wolfing a little here. I had a little piece of hair right here. I didn't like it. So,
boys out. Right. Speaking of eyebrows, boys, I will tell you one thing. Do not try to trim or shape your eyebrows with a razor. Do not do that. I tried doing it when I was younger. I didn't shave off any of the eyebrow or anything, but the hair grows back real weird, and it doesn't grow back correctly. What you need to do if you want to trim your eyebrows is you need to pluck your eyebrows. You need to get a tweezer and pluck. Yes, it's tedious, but guess what? It's the proper way to do it. You can go.
I'm not plucking my eyebrows. I like them how they are.
Exactly. I got, mine aren't too bushy, but that's usually if you got a unibrow. But it is, you can pluck the stray hairs and stuff, but just don't take a razor and go all up in there. It can be a disaster.
Some guys are more faithful to their barber than a girl. Well, that's a fact. I mean,
yeah,
that's just how the world unfortunately going sometimes, bro. Yo, remember that video you showed me, the joke with the guy that he cheated on his barber and he's already seen him? He's like, "What was that? Where'd you get a haircut at?"
Yeah, I saw Anwar something. He's a YouTuber. Anwar something, but it's called
it's a video. Funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was one of those comedy parody videos almost.
Yeah, it's a funny video. But
a lot of those Jones though, videos of that, and a lot of blogs you'll read about people not cheating their barbers. As a matter of fact, bro, celebrities. I know a lot of hip hop artists, celebrities, rappers, football players. They don't never change barbers.
Another one is, guys, you want to manscape. And if y'all don't know what manscape is just essentially trimming up body hair. So you got your neck, you got your, if you got a hairy chest, hairy arms, anything like that, make sure to trim up your hairs and obviously that downstairs region. So you don't have to shave completely, but you want to be able to just keep up and maintain essentially. What you can do is you can buy a really, really good manscaping trimmer. Again, I'm not a sponsor of this, but Manscaped has a lot of good products. I've actually never used their products, but I know a lot of people that have, and I've seen reviews on them. They're really great. Jose Zuniga, Teaching Men's Fashion, is one of the founders of Manscaped. Manscaped is a great company. From like the products that I did in the reviews from, I've never heard anybody ever say anything bad about Manscaped. So from what I know, they are nick proof. Like I said, I've never used them, but they are nick proof, so you can shave and get up all in there, and they're not going to nick yourself. You're not going to cut yourself because you can get a really close shave, but also at the same time, you're not going to cut yourself, which I think is important. But manscape yourself, guys. Keep your stuff maintained, because I feel like some women like really hairy men, but I feel like the majority of the time, women are going to want a man who is a little bit hairy, but also knows how to maintain. And make sure you keep up on that downstairs region. And you know what I'm talking about.
Too, yep.
Yeah, you want to be able to keep up down there, because guys, wake up call. It's not the 70s anymore. It ain't the 80s.
Things have changed. You don't have a long sideburn, sideburns, crazy eyebrows and a big beard. Or you should shave your armpits down there. Your chest should be, taken care of.
I will say with the armpits. So it's a good thing you brought that up. I would opt to trim over shave, because guess what? If you go right in and shave your armpits, you're probably going to get a lot of irritation. You're probably going to get a lot of razor bumps because your arms are constantly down. And guess what? If that hurts, it's going to be irritated because your arms are always at your sides the majority of the day. So be careful with that. Just take a really, really close trimmer. They can get real, real close. I would advise, because you might have a lot of irritation on your armpits if you just go in with a straight manual razor and you shave. But
yeah. You can shave a little bit. You should cut them though a little bit. Then maybe go easy. Don't shave the whole thing.
Just be mindful.
Or be mindful. Yeah. Use some kind of good cream to do it. Don't just kind of shave them. That's like get irritations, and you cut your skin too. Oh man, I don't want to talk about it because it hurts already. But it's a world of trouble if you cutting your skin. You know what I mean? Like some people try to shave their legs. Just don't do it. Just take care of your armpits, down there. Forget the legs. Just take care of yourself.
So we've taught right.
Wash up. Wash your feet. At night. Wash your hands all the time.
I think it goes without saying, guys. You want to be showering. You want to be washing your hair.
It took people all these years to put a mask and wash their hands because of COVID and everything. It just shows you how it was so many dirty people out there. And an OG, in fact, told me one time, bro, that in fact most people you meet during the day in the world are in fact dirty. You probably meet out of 10 people, maybe like 4 are clean, and 3 are really clean. 1 is somewhat, and then the other 6 are probably dirty. I was like, that's a crazy ratio, yeah. And then over the years, I got older, I kind of seen it too, bro. You're right. A lot of people, when I work at the club, bro, people be walking out without washing their hands. They don't wash their hands. How you walk out without washing your hands, bro? People don't cool like, yo, wash your hands, dog. You dirty ass, dirtball, dirty motherfucker. But you get surprised when people don't wash their hands after, using the bathroom. And because of our security, I see it a lot there. I'm like, this is crazy. So I don't be trying to be like, nope, don't shake my hand. I don't know you. Not even a pound. Maybe one of these. Nah, go wash your hands. Fuck out of here. Don't come with those nasty hands there. I just clearly seen you grab your Schlang Johnson. Fuck you doing, man?
Facts. I think it goes without saying. Hey guys, I want to tell you one other thing too. When you're in the shower and you're washing your face, this is a tip. And I used to be someone that never did this. This is important to have a skincare routine and having a face wash that you can use in the shower, whether you're showering at night or in the morning before you head out to work, or if you might work overnight. I don't know. But anyway, the point of it is if you're using a body wash or you're using soap and you're scrubbing your body with that soap, and if you put that same soap on your face and that's your skincare routine, that's the same stuff you're scrubbing your ass with. It's the same stuff you're scrubbing your balls with, and you're putting that on your face. That's a no-go, guys.
It's a no-no.
You want to use a separate, face wash for your face. And you got to understand, too, that the harsh soaps and, body washes that we use on our body, the skin on your face tends to be more sensitive. So you have to understand that sometimes that's why your skin may be breaking out in your face. If you are getting, your face does look, it has a little bit of a rash when you come out of the shower. You got to understand that the skin on your face is usually a lot more sensitive than the skin that's on the rest of your body. So that's an important thing to know. I would also say, make sure you exfoliate your skin. No more than twice a week is fine, because an exfoliating scrub ultimately it strips the skin. It strips the skin. So what it does is it gets rid of all the gunk that's in your pores, and then essentially you want to moisturize very well afterwards. That's why T. Shanley is great, because it has the AM moisturizer you can use with an SPF for the morning, and it has a nighttime facial moisturizer, and ultimately you're hydrating your skin. And that's the best. That's the best time after you moisturize your skin, when you come out of the shower, to use a fragrance. Like, I wouldn't say when you go to bed, but
before that, yeah, makes sense.
Step out for the day, if you're taking a shower or washing up earlier in the day. The fragrance tends to hold a lot longer on moisturized skin. From what I saw in a study, I was actually reading something this week on something like that. So it tends to hold longer. I don't know. That's what they say. So moisturize your skin. So we talked about the nails, we talked about hair, we talked about skin, and we talked about smell. One thing I do want to say, I won't really talk too much fashion here, because it doesn't really have to do with grooming essentially. That's a whole nother thing. But I do want to talk about your teeth. That's an important one as well. You want to make sure you're brushing your teeth, flossing. I need to, I try to floss where I can. Sometimes I need to be a little bit better with the floss myself, but always make sure you're brushing your teeth. Using mouthwash, rinsing, flossing, very important. And this is one that gets overlooked. Make sure you brush your tongue, because there's a lot of bacteria that gets on your tongue. I don't know if you've ever used one, but they have tongue scrapers that you can use. And all that white stuff that you see on the edge of your tongue, that is bacteria. So you can buy a tongue scraper. You could probably get one at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and you can use it to scrape off.
You need a tongue scraper. But I mean, you can't really. I mean, because here's the thing: if you're gonna use like your kind of like people try like use like their teeth or whatever, you need like a tongue scraper, or get like another brush you might not use, and put soap on it. Use like the brush, but kind of go in. But the tongue scrapers that Steve's talking about are actually better. Like the one you're talking about, Steve, because they don't make you give like the kind of gagging reaction. Like you might actually, swallow some by accident, or sometimes you open your mouth and you kind of, you stick your tongue out. You're doing that. You might kind of like choke on it. But if you're doing, like the scrapers, they're a little easier on the tongue. They're a little lighter too. Like they probably weigh like very little. You know what I mean? So you're doing that, and it cleans it better. It's more of a less risk. You don't get that little like that spit coming in like you're choking like like you're gagging for for air, or gasping for air and for to breathe. So yeah, because I mean in the morning, dude, your mouth is really dirty. So definitely it's not just your teeth or your floss, but it's the tongue too. I mean, you have to wash your tongue. Some people don't even know that until like they get real old. And they probably just learn about it. But I mean, it's important, it's essential that you you wash your tongue. You make not crusting like that. You know what I'm saying? You hit the different spots in your teeth. You have to brush your teeth like every time you have to eat, man. A guy told me that I met a while ago. He's a dentist, a good friend of mine now. He told me that you got to brush your teeth every time after you eat. At least floss them, and floss them, and not just like 2 seconds. Floss them for like a couple minutes, So like, what I mean? Take care of them. Yeah, it's important. It's a good point. Toothpicks are cool, but not that good. They fuck your teeth up. They fuck your gums.
Your dental health can affect your heart health. Yeah, if your gums are like unkept, if you have diseases on your gums, like your gums can affect your heart health. So it's important to keep your teeth clean.
Your head, yeah.
It's very, very important. And I think this is Devin here. She said a nice smile is the first thing. I think she meant thing people see in a meeting, interview, business meeting, etc. Yeah, no, it is. And
that's true. It's a fact too. Yeah.
And also, keep your teeth clean. And the most important, if you're not going to floss, you're not going to use mouthwash to rinse. The most important thing I can stress to you is brush your teeth. Try to brush them at least twice a day, especially before you go to bed at night. You need to brush your teeth, because you go to bed and you got all that bacteria in your mouth and you didn't brush your teeth.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Your mouth gets dirty through the day. You're eating, you're talking, you're spitting, you're getting air, all that. It ferments bacteria, so you want to wash your mouth. Like you don't want to brush your teeth before you go to sleep.
Also, take your toothbrush and put it against your lips too, and you can brush your lips a little bit too, to keep your lips nice and clean as well. I'll say another thing. One of the things I can highly recommend, and I've been using this for like 2 years now, and I haven't switched back yet. Instead of using just a manual toothbrush, invest in a solid electric toothbrush. Just make sure you keep up with changing the heads on it, to keep it clean, like every few months. But buy an electric toothbrush. And a quality electric toothbrush can go a long way, because guess what? You can scrub all you want and get in the back, but it's going to be very hard to get it as clean as an electric toothbrush will. And that's just by studies have shown that. So an electric toothbrush is I'll tell you what, and I have one that so I do it on, there's 4 corners in your mouth, right? You got the left, bottom right, top right. It goes in 30-second intervals, and it goes for 2 minutes. So it'll pause for a second when it goes to the next 30 seconds. So you know when to switch, which is great. So you don't have to count in your head. It goes for a full 2 minutes, the cycle, and then you can use it again to brush your tongue if you want. Yeah,
I'm actually gonna go to the dentist in next month. I'm going to the dentist, so it's like try to set up an appointment. You know what I mean? Teeth are very important, guys, and actually it goes without saying, but I mean everything's important, but teeth are extremely important, because if something happens like on your hand, your foot can kind of take care of it and brace a little or go get some stuff, but your teeth are connected directly to like your brain, your head, like your heart even. So it's like, dude, like teeth are, like you said, like the that like the inside of your mouth, inside of like your lips or whatever. Bottom of right here, that part, inside teeth and all that, they all connect, and you can go to like your heart, your lungs, dude. It's all those poisons and germs can really fuck you up. When I had a bad tooth, and it was Super Bowl 2020, my head was hurting, and I remember you're there. I couldn't really, because I needed a root canal. So a week later, I was already I'd done the first part of it, because it took like 2 different 2 visits at the dentist at the time, and this is like 2020. So yeah, bro, your teeth are, I can tell you for experience, man. I can vouch right there. That shit, man. Once you have bad teeth or bad gums, where anything gets infected, it's like one thing affects the other, and you're done. You get all your teeth done, bro. That's why a lot of guys that smoke crack or like drug addicts and all that, bro. Not to call them something else. They got fucked up, teeth and all that. Their girls be like, it's like tusks, because it's fucked up over years, of abuse. Exactly. You gotta have good teeth, but you have bad teeth. I mean, it doesn't really, especially if you have money. I know it's a lot of money, so I don't judge no one, but I'm just saying, try to always take care of your teeth as much as you can, even if you put up a little for it. Pay a little by little. One time I paid 5 payments at the dentist, because my shit cost about $900, and it was cheaper. Usually it's about $1,200, $1,100, $1,200. I paid $900, and I had to pay like 5 segments of a payment, something like that, 5 or 6.
You gotta do what you gotta do. What you gotta do.
Yeah, I did what I had to do. It was a rough period, and paying almost like 100, but a payment. But I took like, and I paid a little more too, and I got rid of it, And then I remember one time I went to Temple. I do like a tooth situation, like a little surgery in my tooth. Really like to take off a tooth and put something else in there. And the dentist was operating on me, so usually they pay you.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's important, man. You got to take care of your teeth.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of your teeth, guess what?
You smell. You're gonna have a world of trouble. You're not gonna be able to go nowhere really with bad teeth, bro. No teeth at all. Like this comment right here. I think it was Devin Love that wrote this. Devin Hemorrhoid. A nice smile is the first thing he'll see in an interview, business meeting, etc. Yep. It
definitely is. It's important. Guess what? People smell your breath too, when you talk. So
yeah, that's good breath.
It's important to upkeep for sure. It's important. I think we covered a lot of things. Like I said, fashion I feel like is a whole nother thing. I always know that when I was younger, one of the things that was ingrained into me is that the first 5 things that people notice on you are your skin, your nails, your hair, your teeth, and your clothes. So that 5th one is fashion, but that's more geared towards a whole episode, I feel. And my guy James is big into the fashion game, and I know when James last time we more talked of his story. And James
for a fashion episode.
Yeah, we didn't really we talked more of James' story from
a little bit fashion, a little bit.
I would love to bring James back on for a personal fashion episode. And James is also involved in image consulting, as well as with a company called Hamilton Jewelers. James is he works as a curator. He does a lot of good things. Ultimately, involved in the gentleman's lifestyle. I would love to bring James on to help all the the gentlemen out there learn a little bit of game on the fashion side of it. And the one reason I really like James's style and his fashion choices is because he's really bold. He doesn't really follow he follows trends, but he also kind of invents his own trends. He's kind of like a trendsetter, if you will.
Yeah, a little bit he is. I would say so.
He mixes things together and makes them work. So he goes a little bit of casual with formal sometimes, and he makes things work. ultimately, which is I like his like bold approach to fashion and style. Sorry, I put my phone on silent. It's like going off here. But yeah, we can cover that in a whole nother episode. Like I said, we're going to keep this one short anyway. I don't really have too much more for you guys tonight. If you want some more gems, just let me know, and I can personally DM you guys some of the knowledge that I have here. I'm giving you free gems, so take advantage. There's other things, in business that you might not always get that are free from me. So there's some free gems here that I'm giving you. Take advantage. Take advantage, for sure. George, you have anything else to say before we kind of wrap up here? As we gave our shout out last week.
Took to go myself, bro. Actually, not maybe like in 2 minutes, but no, like basically you said, it's like those 5 things. But I mean, definitely good hair, like no dandruff in there. Try to keep your skin as good as you can. Nails, teeth, clothes, and usually the beard, but that'd be like kind of like the facial appearance. I mean, obviously beard gotta be trimmed. Those things keep in mind for like when you go anywhere, especially meetings, interviews, work. No matter what kind of job it is, you always look presentable, and that's kind of part of the whole being presentable, sort of like idea and concept. And also for fashion, just do as much as you can. I mean, buy little by little. My friend once told me that rearrange and refix your wardrobe like 2 at a time, meaning that like you go out, buy a thing or two, little here, buy next week something else slowly. Don't go in one day and buy a bunch of stuff, or in 2 days trying to rearrange now. Take your time. It could take you like 2 to 3 months. It could take you a couple of weeks. You could, depending on how fast you're going and how you got it like that. But you ain't tricking if you got it. But if you're gonna go out there, definitely invest on yourself, guys. Now for example, now it's like hoodie season. It's fall now. Invest in some hoodies. If you have some new ones, if you have some stuff you haven't worn in a while like that, you don't really wanna. You feel like it's not for you anymore. Give it away. Donate it. You don't gotta throw it out like that, but you can give it away. There's a lot of people that would gladly use the stuff. I find myself sometimes giving clothes away, or even to friends of mine, maybe stuff I've never watched either. But I don't see it. It doesn't really. Not necessarily fit me like size wise. I don't feel like I don't wear it anymore. It doesn't really. I feel like I moved on a little from it, and I've given stuff away. I've donated shit. I mean, I actually donated some sweatpants and some shirts like a couple weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, right? Like around the time towards the end of the summer. So yeah,
there's always things you can make work. Yeah, absolutely.
Good cause. Why throw it out? I mean, or
something
needs it.
Something that you might not be able to make work, somebody else can. So it's always important. That's a good point right there. Before we go here tonight, I do want to make a couple comments. So obviously we're starting the Fresh 100 slate on a good note. We're gonna have some really, really solid guests coming up the next few weeks. Keep your eyes open for 103. George, I think you're talking to somebody behind the scenes for a sports episode there. Guys, just keep your eyes open for some really, really great guests with a lot to offer and a lot of great potential coming up on the Locked In Podcast. Yeah. You'll see some changes to the website coming soon as well. And I do want to make a very, very important announcement here to the 3 people. I know it's been a little bit for the giveaway episode. We had a little bit of a back order shipping issue. So you guys should be getting your gear soon. That's to Mario, that's to Jess, and that's to Joe. Joe was actually one of the comments on tonight, Joe Roman. We know you guys had you guys had won the giveaway. Those were the 3 giveaway winners. We got your stuff. It's coming out shortly. We just had a little bit of a back order shipping issue. So on a transparent note, you guys will be getting your gear.
Yep, definitely gonna get that gear. What's it called? I'm actually gonna get going, bro. I don't know if you wanna kind of close it up or wanna
right here.
So to give a big thank you and a shout out to everybody who came last week. Also the previous guest leading up to 99, leading up to 100. So we started 100 last week on a good note. This is 101, the second episode of the first really episode. Of the hundreds. Although you can say 100 is 2, but this is 101, and we're happy to start a good note and kind of bring some stuff back here and have a good conversation, a nice little regular topic. Nothing too fancy, but something very very what do you call it like very essential. Very important to men and women out there. I mean, the ladies know what they do. They do their makeup and their hair and all that, and we gotta keep our nails clean. Like you said, it is okay to get a manicure, but our manicure, how guys get, how girls get it, could be a little different these days, but. Back in the day, right? Just saying the guys don't get a pedicure or a manicure, they'll look at you like you're some kind of like a weirdo, some kind of bozo or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like they'll be like, it's not something like a man will do. But now it's like I think it's a good thing to do. It's actually very important. You know what I mean? It's very it helps. Why not keep your nails clean? You don't gotta paint it, but it's just pink. You want to just kind of take some. This is called dead skin you have here, by the way, near your fingers so they clean it up. You know the process, Steve. I don't see nothing wrong with it, honestly.
No, things have changed. Times have changed. Yeah.
Definitely it was fun, but it was a good episode otherwise, and we should be, back with some more and more heat, guys. Keep on the low.
102 next week should be back to Thursday, right? Thursday, 6:30, our standard time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should keep your eyes out for that one, guys. It's been a pleasure, George. Pleasure, essentially doing business with you and running this pod with you tonight. And then on top of it, it was a pleasure, host for everybody else out there, guys. If you're watching this on the rebroadcast or the after the live stream, feel free to comment anything. We'll still reply. Thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight, George. I think it's good to wrap it up here, man.
Yeah, I'll say so. I mean, I actually got to get going, as you already know. Good to wrap it up here, and we'll be more, like I said, back for more, guys. 102 is coming up. It's already almost completed, actually, guys. Again, we'll let people guess. Some guests might come a little after, so we're making some moves that we don't want to necessarily discuss too much, but it's gonna be solid, man. So today wasn't on a Wednesday, and it's just because all things fall. There's gonna be a couple Wednesdays coming up as well. Again, unfortunately, Thursdays for me they're a good day for the podcast. And again, I have taken this commitment, but I also train out on Thursdays, and it's a little bit of a rough day. But you guys will all know in advance. And this week was also very rough because of obviously different reasons. But if it's on a Wednesday, usually stuff gets done in like late Monday, Tuesday, and for the panel. Today's the second, which we do apologize. But other than that, it was everything else went pretty smooth, for the most part. For being so short for time, if you will, we did, we got it done. So happy we got it done, Steve. And yeah, we'll we'll, like I said, we'll make it work for the next few episodes, man. We'll have a meeting too. Somebody just wrote something. I think it was Devin, maybe? Yeah. Great job, gentlemen. You nailed it. Explanation.
Thanks, Devin. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Love the support. Appreciate the support and the comments and the subscriptions. Well, I'm good to go, bro. So, I guess we could wrap it up, man, and I'll see you soon. We'll be in touch. We'll be talking. Guys, if you watch this, watch the rebroadcast. We're about to end it right now, but you can see this, on YouTube, and tomorrow it should be up on Spotify. Usually Anchor and Spotify have the audio versions. And we're working on some stuff behind the scenes that we'll be talking more. So,
all right, guys. Well, with that being said, have a great night, great weekend. And also tonight, go Phillies. And also on Sunday, go Birds. Big game against Dallas.
That's right.
Let's kill the Cowboys. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Have a good night. Peace.